Hello there, Chris Benson's here. Welcome to Talking TV and happy birthday to Doctor Who, 59 years old today. Great news that I read earlier about Big Finish doing a brilliant multi-Doctor story in 2023 and it's going to be released across several months. Big Finish really do look after Doctor Who and I'm looking forward to that. It's got Christopher Eccleston in it, David Tennant, Tom Baker's been announced, so brilliant news. Anyway, somebody had messaged saying that as part of the Talking TV series, we should do a series looking back at the Doctor Who DVD releases. And at first I thought, well, why? Surely everyone's buying them on Blu-ray. But then I thought, well, I'm not buying them on Blu-ray. I haven't even got a Blu-ray player. And I never had the Doctor Who stories on VHS. I used to have a lot of Doctor Who titles. And this sounds really bad, but I got rid of them quite a few years ago. And then it's only in recent years that I've built up my DVD collection again via charity shops and, Christmas fairs and things like that. Why, you're asking? Well, I don't think you can rely on streaming services. Let's take BritBox as an example. So you've got BBC shows on there like Secret Army, Only Fools and Horses, Doctor Who, and maybe, I don't think it is my TV, but my son Arthur was watching the first episode of An Unearthly Child earlier on tonight, and the aspect ratio is all squashed. It should be a lot bigger than what it is, and it's so squashed on the screen. I've contacted BritBox. I hope it gets resolved, but the point is you can't always rely on streaming. And the other thing is, at some point, Doctor Who is going to expire on there. There's going to be an expiry date for the license. So, you know what? DVDs are always reliable, aren't they? So, a bit of backstory as to 1999. Let's go back to late 1999. And I used to get DVD Review magazine. And I remember reading an article that the BBC was about to release 6 DVDs for the first time, and I guess a trial to see if there was enough sales. But I was really excited, and I wasn't even really a Doctor Who fan. I was more of a sitcom fan. But maybe my logic was, well, if I buy some of these, they'll release some of the sitcoms that I want. I think that was my logic looking back. But I did buy Monty Python's Flying Circus. This is not the original one I had. This is, I think I got this from a discontinued one from a library after I'd sold it and then got it back. But that was one of the first BBC DVDs, as was the first series of Blackadder, which looked absolutely fantastic. And I remember having that on video, but I had to get it on DVD. Again, sold it, bought it back. And then we've got Doctor Who, The 5 Doctors. So, look at this. Look at all the discs has come out. Oh dear. So there you go. That was the disc there. In fact, I need another case for that. Look, oh, the teeth are all broken. But anyway, this isn't my original either. I've had to, buy them again wherever I can find them. But this came with this lovely booklet. If you haven't seen this already, you might not have. It comes with a really good booklet. It was a great introduction for me to Doctor Who because I'd grown up with satellite TV, and I remember flicking on every Sunday morning, seeing the Vortex and Doctor Who omnibuses, but never really paying them much attention. Probably thinking, oh well, it's 3.5 hours, and I've not got time to watch it, and making excuses. So for some reason, I bought this first Doctor Who DVD, and then the ones that followed, and I really enjoyed the 5 Doctors special edition. So I didn't know much about the backstory to it, really. So one of the things that really helped was the restoration team's website, and I used to go on that religiously to see what they'd put about each release that they'd kind of been involved with. Paul Venezis and the team worked so hard on the DVD releases. So I didn't know that the 5 Doctors special edition was 12 minutes longer than the version that went out in November 1983. I wasn't sure of what the difference was with the effects. Now I do know more because I've seen the episode recently on BritBox, and having seen the difference in special effects from the 1993 version to the 1995 version, I'm like, okay, I can see the enhancement of effects here. But I think it's a really good story. Of course, it lacks William Hartnell, we get Richard Hurndall instead, and we only see a bit of Tom Baker because we get some footage that was unused from Sharda. But I think it's a really, really fun story. It's great seeing John Pertwee again and Patrick Troughton alongside Peter Davison. I think it's a really, really good story, and perfect, as I say, to launch the BBC DVD Doctor Who series, because you don't have to be much of a fan to enjoy this one. A multi-Doctor story always gets everyone's attention. It's not got any extras as such. It's got a music score, and it's got I like the menu on this because it's different from latter Doctor Who releases. The Robots of Death onwards kind of built up a menu that was used then continuing the series, but it's got a lovely TARDIS building up as you open the DVD up. So I do like it. Of course, it's a one episode format, just to show you a bit more of the releases from the original BBC DVD set. So there was also Jane Austen's Persuasion, Noddy in Toyland, and The Planets. Planets had a bit of a delay in it. It came out in early 2000, but that was the original 6 that came out. The first BBC ones, and this was one of them that they trialled with. But as I say, it's got some great pictures in there and background on some of the characters as well. But I suppose the question for you all now is, do I move on to the Robots of Death? I think I've got the kind of the special edition of that, but I haven't got the original one anymore. But tell me where I should go next. I think the Robots of Death should be done. Or another question, should I get the 5 Doctors special edition and review that one next? Because I haven't got that, and I know there's a lot more extra features on that that I could look into. So there you go. That's the first Doctor Who DVD file. And tell us if you want to continue. Tell us which way we should go. As I say, this was originally transmitted the 25th of November 1983 as part of Children in Need. Picture quality, it does look brilliant, and I know obviously whatever it's released on now will probably put DVD to shame, but and of course it had a Dolby Digital 5.1 soundtrack as well, which if you've got the right equipment will make it sound even better. But I am rather fond of this release, and I'm glad I've got it back. I really am. So that's it for now. Happy birthday, Doctor Who, and get in the comments. Let us know which way we should go with this series. Bye for now.